You look like you're going fishing. You going fishing in that thing where your fishing hooks at.
But how much pussy your dad get?
Been married for 20-something years.
How much pussy do you get?
What's up?
Yeah. Fishing for these bitches.
What's going on, world? This is the 7th episode of the Bet On This podcast. I am 1K Watts.
And I'm Mike.
And that is Sean and our buddy Andreas back there.
Yo. What's up, boys?
How you guys feeling today? How we doing?
I'm chilling, dude. Chilling. I've had a good day. It was a productive Monday. Just worked, hit the gym this morning.
It
worked the rest of the day.
It never ends, dude. I can't wait for this to become so successful that we don't have to have a 9 to 5.
This is our job. I agree 100%. And this is just such a good excuse to be able to come over and
drink with the
kick it
boys.
with the boys, have some beers, hang out.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, though.
Yeah.
We're tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm already feeling it.
And
so,
I know we keep up with shit all day. Like, I know we've been trying to keep up on Twitter with all the stuff that's going on in sports, you know, but
it's a lot to keep up with, dude.
I'm glad to be able to sit here and just kind of recap shit without it being an agenda.
Y'all have no idea how much I look forward to coming home after work, because I work a little bit later than you guys do. And y'all got a copy of my fucking apartment key now, so I come home and you guys are already here, just chilling.
We've already busted 3 nuts on the couch by the time you got here.
Oh, yeah.
We're just breaking it in. If it smells funny in there, that's Sean's fault.
Who's the pick? So when I walked in, it was just you and Andreas back there. Which one of you guys is the pitcher and which one's the catcher? For some reason, I feel like Andreas is a pitcher, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's got your ankles behind your head, dude.
Assuming I can take that much dick, I'm honored. So hold on. While we're here in this mind state, I was watching.
I wish we had a camera on Andreas, because
he's so red right now.
He's bright red.
No, Andreas is very flattered. He's blushing. Can you get that swallow on the mouth?
He's tucking that hard on up in the waistband right now too.
That's his microphone.
Yo, what are you guys doing back there? Damn.
So while we're here in this mental state, I was watching a podcast clip earlier today. It's a podcast that we've watched for years. Mm-hmm. There's a third guy on the podcast that I don't have to name without you probably knowing who it is. Just stupid, right? He thinks jacking off's gay because it's a man's hand touching his dick, right? His own hand. And he thinks it's even gayer, like, to jack off on his back, because that's a man's cum on his stomach when he jacks off.
So what, does that dude go through a whole sexual identity crisis the 2 times a day he rubs one out? Every time he jacks off, he's just looking in the mirror. He's like, you gay as fuck, boy.
But that's like, who thinks about that? Like, this is a man's hand touching my dick. Like, bro, how do you piss?
Sometimes I'll sit on my hand for a good 20 minutes before I start, just so it's numb and it feels like a stranger. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding.
No. I've heard you say that. I've said that shit before.
Hey, that reminds me of a question that an old friend asked me. He's like, hey, if you and your best friend switch bodies for a day, are you still jacking off? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm still jacking off, bro. What the hell?
What if his dick is bigger than yours?
That's intimidating.
You got to try it out, right?
You just stop being friends with him afterwards. You're like, we can't talk anymore.
Some new hardware.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
So that brings that to this question. We all have the same friend who asked this. Is it more straight to jack off the tranny porn with one straight dude and one transvestite dude, so it's a penis and 2 boobs, with a straight girl, 2 boobs and a vagina?
His argument is like, it's 4 tits and only 1 dick.
Look, you're going to get a dick either way.
You can justify threesome porn that same way, though. I've never heard somebody justify a tranny porn that way. But hey, to each their own, dude. This is 2023 to whoever.
I'm accepting to all types of porn. Yeah.
I can't even wrap my head around that one. To be honest with you. You lost me.
That's one that I've never really thought about that much.
We don't kink shame over here.
Nope, not at all.
If you like feet, you like feet.
You like
but
feet.
I also I don't. Hold
you
on,
like
no. Before the accusations come out,
you like toes.
You
sucked on my big toe before.
No, I like the look of toes. Look, so when I see a girl for the first time, that's my first look. Because if the toes are fucked up, the pussy fucked up.
That's fair. And when you see a girl that's got dressed from head to toe looking fine, and then she's got some open-toed heels on with those little white French tip toes, dude, that shit gets me going.
Exactly.
Man.
So that's all I'm saying is you can tell a lot by a woman based off the toes.
All right. So since we're on a kind of out there topic right now, I want to bring up Larsa Pimpin. Pimpin.
Someone's pimping.
A big pimpin. I think Marcus is pimping her out. But Larsa was on some Andy Cohen show.
Okay.
It's
yeah, I know him.
Drama.
E! News or something like that.
So she said that during her and Scottie Pippen's 23-year marriage, they had sex at least 4 times a night, every night for the 23 years.
Okay. You got another point, or can I say something?
Go ahead.
I don't want to intrude on your points.
So Scottie Pippen's already ranked. I don't know what he's on he's on the top 50 list, right? Like 30 something. I think late 30s.
We got the same point.
If he was busting all right, first off, because Mike Tyson said that he never during training camp for fights he never busted a nut because it would build up the aggression a little bit.
Yeah.
So you busted 4 nuts a night, practiced all day, played basketball games, and you were still that good. Does that not make Scottie Pippen the greatest of all time?
Let me counter this. If you're Michael Jordan, knowing that you're coming to a team with another baller, aren't you going to set him up with a broad that's going to make him fuck 4 times a night just so he doesn't rain on your parade?
Just so he's not the best one on
Do
the
you
team?
put that past Michael Jordan not to do?
He was that
Committed to excellence.
That petty to where he's like, found a girl, he's like, you're going to go fuck Scottie.
Do you, and are
4
you,
times a day.
yeah.
And Scottie wasn't mad about it.
Are you mad at Jordan? No. You're like,
no,
thank
no.
you, dap you up. But okay.
But now Jordan's son is the one clapping cheeks. That's how you know Michael.
That's
wasn't on it.
excellence. If you go past that too, you're kind of mad, Pippen. You're like, hey, she's ruined my life after basketball.
Yeah.
My shit's fucked. Future fucked her in some Gucci flip flops, made a platinum song out of it, and now,
Bitch in some Gucci
hey,
flip-flops.
and now Michael Jordan's son is up in them cheeks.
Yeah.
There's no winning after that.
Yeah.
So to go back on the rankings, he's actually number 33 overall in like the last 50 years. Right.
Is that
So on my second question, I guess this 4 times a day thing was in the middle of his career.
When they were married. Yeah.
Okay,
It
so
was during his career.
it kind of reminds me of like the whole like boxing or like fighting thing. Like they say like don't come because your legs will give out.
Yeah.
Right. They say like Mike Tyson wouldn't jack off or have sex like 2 or 3 months before his fight.
The whole camp. Yeah.
The whole camp, right? What do you guys think about that whole scenario?
Listen, dude, if I miss a day or two, I know by day 3, I'm fucking seeing I'm just a little bit twitchy, dude. I get weird.
You've been with me on trips. We're not the same people day 3. Like, we can go 48 hours without busting nuts, but day 3, we're angry, coffee doesn't work, alcohol doesn't work.
By day 3, without busting it out, I start looking at Jeff like, damn, bro, you kind of cute.
Start
So
grabbing my
imagine if you're in a fight camp though, and you're going on day 30, day 60, or however long your camp is. Is that a good thing? You release your anger during your fight.
You're just rolling around with a boner? This is what we're doing now? We're just wrestling? Yes, wrestling?
You're fucking
Fired
Fired up.
That's
That's just fucking funny.
I mean, regardless,
first off, dude,
she's a whore.
yeah, and 4 times a night, every night, who the fuck got time for that, dude? All I'm saying is I just worked all day. That's like 8 minutes. 8 minutes? 2 minutes each round. That's a good point. Shit.
Okay.
And the first 2 rounds are only going to be 30 seconds.
You didn't just work all day. You had to guard Michael Jordan in practice all day. Like, it's not like you're at an office.
Or was that Scottie Pippen just taking out his aggression from having Jordan on the same team all the time, just being mad that he wasn't the number 1, to where he's just going home and just hate fucking Larsa?
First of all,
He's just getting cooked in practice all day long. He's like, God damn it.
Takes his aggression out on her.
after the second nut of the day, my shit kind of hurt. It's like, I'm trying to relax. I don't even like being hard anymore. Like, this shit don't feel good.
It depends on how much time is gone by in between. Because, like, all right, if you have, like, a full day, like, you're just chilling at home all day with your girl, you can go 3 or 4 rounds over a fucking 8-hour period. You got all day to sit there and chill.
I'm not 17 anymore. That's bold of you to assume. I'm getting old, bro.
See, bro, you've also been in a couple long-term relationships, bro. I'm single, dude. I don't get it, like, consistently all the time. So when I get laid that one time a week, dude, I'm trying to break a few off.
You'll fuck any hole in the ground.
There hits a point to where I'm just, anything that's a hole. A warm, wet
It doesn't have to
orifice.
be a hole. You'll make it a hole.
Oh, yeah.
So what do
shit.
we got on the agenda today? Enough of the horniness.
Rename this to the Come On Us podcast.
The Come On Us podcast.
10 minutes of rolling, we haven't talked about sports.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, we don't got a lot of sports stuff to talk about right now. I guess the most March Madness is going on. We're down to the Final Four.
Teams that you wouldn't expect, which
I know.
is actually kind of refreshing.
San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic and UConn versus Miami. I'm assuming that UConn's going to take it.
I'm going to make a wild guess. I might get roasted for it. I'm going to pick San Diego State just because San Diego State's coach is next level. And not many people are hip to that.
Yeah.
But San Diego State's coach is really top tier. And I
Yeah.
think that's why they've gotten this far. And a lot of people have picked San Diego State to get this far just because of the coach.
Damn.
So I think they take the whole thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think this is the end of the Cinderella run.
It's just cool to see some different teams in the Final Four.
Yeah, I'm sick of
UConn's always good, but San Diego State and Florida Atlantic, when was the last time we saw them in the...
UConn's always good in women's. They're
but
they're okay in men's.
watches that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it is nice to see this without Duke and North Carolina and Kentucky and Kansas.
The
and,
same teams that are always in it.
So-
UCLA played Gonzaga. What was it? Last Thursday or Friday?
Might have been
Yeah.
Friday.
And Sean and I were out at a bar here in town watching it. And dude, that was a good fucking game. That came down to a last second buzzer beater by Gonzaga to win the game.
I know a lot of people had UCLA taking the whole thing home.
UCLA was good this year,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It's cool. UCLA feels like we've gone to some UCLA football games or college football games and stuff, so it feels like close to home. And that's kind of, but I'm not super invested in college sports, but I feel like UCLA is kind of the team that I root for when they're playing.
Yeah, I mean,
That would have been cool to see them in the final.
especially when you're not as invested. Like, I know football, I'm an Eagles fan, so we're outside of California. But, like, when you're not invested super deep into some shit, you want to see California, your state's team
Exactly.
do well.
Exactly.
So we're like an hour and a half from LA, so it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
LeBron made his return last night.
I watched that. He didn't start. Second time in his career he didn't start.
Yeah. He
which
was on a
is-
pretty tight minutes restriction. I can't remember how many minutes he got yesterday.
He played good ball, too.
He didn't look horrible.
Yeah, he played fine. The Lakers as a whole played horrible.
Yeah, I think what's hard about, like, so you had AR-15 Austin Reeves playing like a dog.
Dog.
It's LeBron was out for a good little stretch, about a month. I don't know how many games he missed. But it seemed like our team was finally starting to gel
Without him.
and have that chemistry
Yeah.
without him. And we were winning games, and he comes back, and it seemed like he kind of threw it off a little.
A little bit. And here's the thing. How good did it feel, though, to see Caruso and AR-15 go head-to-head?
That's pretty dope.
Like,
yeah.
that is like the battle of Vanilla Face. Let's get it.
Was that the matchup? I didn't even see it, dude, but that's awesome. That fires me up just thinking about it.
Yeah, they covered each other, and I was all bricked up. Like, I'm yelling in my room, like, who's the white man? You know?
Part of me misses AC Fresh, dude. Like, that whole
AC Fresh.
I mean,
solid, man. But
Still a dog, bro.
GOAT.
He was harassing people yesterday.
the GOAT.
So,
Hey, Chicago's not that bad right now.
they're not bad.
They
And
got a bunch of young dogs.
I was thinking about it. So, what? We were 8th yesterday going into that game. I think we were 8th in the division or in the conference.
I'm
but
not sure. I think we're in the last playing spot right now, so we're 10th.
we're 10th now. But going into that game, we were 8th. And I was very happy about, I was like, oh, the Bulls are 10th. We're all right. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, the East is so much better. So their 10th is our, like,
Yeah.
6th.
I think we're like only a game or a game and a half back from like 5th. Like the West
Yeah.
is so close
It's
that it's
tight.
like 5th through fucking 10th and 11th is close.
It's a lot of mid.
Dude, how often is it that the East is better than the West?
The past few years,
It's been recent
It's-
though. It seemed
yeah.
like for years and years and years, it was always the West was the team.
for the better decade of the, or I mean, better 2 decades of this century have been
yeah.
all West. But
So, was it like that for so long? Because LeBron was in the East, and there was no other competitive teams in the East. LeBron went to the finals for like 8
it was
straight years.
a lot of LeBron, yeah.
So were people like I want to give LeBron his flowers right now because that fool is the fucking up there in the top 3 conversation. But is he that good to where people actually avoided going to the Eastern Conference just because they didn't want him to be in the way on the trip to the finals?
Let's play this game. So the beginning of LeBron's career, the Pistons won. And then I think the Heat did with Shaq and D-Wade. And then we had the Celtics and the Magic, and I think those were the heavy hitters throughout the back end.
The
of
Magic
the first.
never won though, did they?
They got in the finals, lost to the Lakers.
Oh, that's right. Was
So-
that 2009 or 2010?
10.
Okay.
So
you're
the
right.
back end of the first decade was maybe 4 or 5 teams.
Oh yeah,
And LeBron was on 2 of those teams.
that's true.
So and the Celtics were heavy hitters from 08 to 10, but they lost all those pieces eventually, and then the
Yeah,
Warriors
the Celtics were
finally
stacked.
came into themselves. You
Yeah.
know,
We had the Spurs running the West.
the Spurs were good. Yeah, it was tough to see Tim Duncan, Ginobili. It was they just had
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker. They had dogs.
Kawhi coming off the bench when he was young.
What a team, huh?
And their coach.
Oh yeah.
Popovich,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Pop. Yeah.
They were fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Lakers let the rest of the season play. I think we
Yeah.
get in. We make the play in, and I think we make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we'll make the playoffs. I just don't know how much deep of a run we're going to go on.
I mean, we're sitting at 9 right now, and we're right there with Pelicans at 8. They have 1 game up on us, and then the Thunder we're tied with. Thunder at 10, us at 9. Both have 37
What's the
wins.
fifth seed?
What's that?
What's the record on the 5th seed?
1 second.
Also, I know the Timberwolves are in there too. We played them twice, and the Jazz. We played the Jazz again.
We've only got a few games left, right?
We got the Clippers at 5.
And what's their record? How
Not-
much are they?
not-
39 and 36.
Yeah, they're
So
not-
what? They're 2 games up.
Yeah, it's very close, dude. Honestly, like
The West-
5 through 10 is like within 2 games.
Yeah, the West is tight this year, dude. It's not like that too often. The end of the Lakers game, Patrick Beverley's bitch ass, bro. I don't know why he makes me so fucking mad, but he made that little he was like driving across the key, stopped, and did a little turnaround
You too
floater.
small. You too
and then
small.
had the
bro.
audacity to look at LeBron and go, "Do you're too small taunt." I'm like, dude.
Like you're not talking to
First off,
the
he
NBA
scored
leading
8
scorer.
points.
Yeah,
This
this
guy
is
got 8 points in the game.
this man leads the NBA in points ever, and you're gonna be doing
But
this
see,
shit?
Patrick Beverley knows he's a clown doing that kind of shit. Because even when he was doing it, he was like laughing and had this big old smile on his face. Like, you're just being a troll.
I looked at that replay too, and it's like it's not like he drove in it on him and like bullied him for a
No.
layup or a dunk. It's like he literally stepped back and did like a turnaround hook.
Yeah.
It was nothing. And honestly, it was ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like
But
how
when-
LeBron was like he was already out of bounds, like ready for the ball. Like he was already like ready to move on. Like relax, dude.
Pat Bev's just the
Here's my
ultimate
thing.
troll, bro.
I'm actually a fan of Pat Bev and Roan's podcast, so I hate seeing him go fuck with us. You know who Roan is? So Roan works for Barstool Sports. He does podcasting, and he's a personality over at Barstool. He actually got really famous for being – he's a white guy, skinny white guy. He got really famous for being a battle rapper. He'd be snapping. Like, I blew my girlfriend's mind showing her clips of him battle rapping against the greatest battle rappers ever. Like, won championships. And now he has a podcast with Pat Bev. And it was funny. Last week, Roan and Pat Bev's mom did, like, a jersey swap before the game.
Oh, I
And
saw
Pat
that.
Bev quoted it. It said, "Hey, chill. Get away from my mom."
Oh, that's what that was. They showed that shit.
Yeah.
I saw it.
They
Okay,
got a
I
pod-
didn't know that was Roan. Okay.
So,
okay,
yeah, they
that
got a
makes sense.
podcast together, and it's pretty funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, but we'll see how the playoffs play out, dude. I think the Lakers don't go further than the first round.
But you never know, dude. If AD's been playing on this tear that he's been on before LeBron came back, he's playing dominant.
I've seen
If
crazier shit happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, dude. The West is so like the Lakers. If they play good,
Yeah,
and
we,
they're all healthy, we can make a run at it for
Yeah.
sure.
So where do we have to be to stay out of the play-in game?
eighth.
Okay,
No,
that's
I thought it was 7, 8, 9, 10 are all in the play.
You're right. It is like that, huh?
Yeah. So 6th, you don't have to deal with the play-in. If you're 7th, I think there's a possibility that you can lose out. Like
Yeah.
9 and 10 can take the last 2 spots instead of 7 and 8.
You might be right.
I think as long as we just get a chance at a series, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like then we have somewhat of a chance, right? I don't even want to get into a play-in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we're gonna be there though.
We could end up in that 6th spot, but it's going to be a tough
We
one to
play
try
the
to end
Clippers before the season's over, so we got a chance to knock them down 1. That's a full game if we can win that.
there. Yeah, the Clippers were on a good little losing streak too once they acquired Russell Westbrook, but they've kind of turned it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 7 through 10. 7
7 through 10, so you got to get to 6th to be out of the play-in. We'll see. I mean, it'd be cool to see the the Lakers make a run. See, I'm tired, dude. I've been fucking up words and shit.
It's late.
Yeah, but we'll see. It'd be cool to see him make a run. I don't know. I'm not putting any money on him though.
What else? What else you want to dive
Talking
into?
about putting money on people, I put some money on Caleb Plant versus Benavidez.
Bad move.
That was a good fucking fight though, dude.
I put money on him too, just because of how confident and much more wise he sounded in the press conference. The way he was talking to the guy he was fighting, it's like, bro, oh, he's not losing this.
Yeah.
He's been around now.
That was a great fight though, dude. The way Caleb Plant was working his distance, sticking him, moving around the outside, tying up every time Benavidez started to tee off a little bit. Plant was winning those first few rounds. It's just that style of fighting. It showed his IQ and how smart he is, but that moving around like that is tiring, dude.
Dead, bro. He was getting pieced up at
At
the end.
Because at the end he was tired. He wasn't moving anymore. He was just he was a punching bag, basically.
It was tough. He was trying to wrap up still at the end.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, you're just getting.
Benavidez was just overpowering him. He was too strong.
I mean, he was still throwing them things. It's not like he gave up.
He didn't get knocked down.
Yeah,
bro, you lost the fight. You got beat up a little bit, but you went out on your shield, dude. You didn't get dropped. You didn't get knocked down. You didn't get stopped. Like, that's...
I mean, hell of a fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, paid money for it.
And that's something... I love that sportsmanship that you see fighters show each other after the fight, because it was instant love and respect between Plant and Benavidez.
Let's make a friendly wager right here, because I think I know who you got. I got Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis.
Oh, bro, you're stupid.
How much we doing? 20? Just a fair bet?
Yeah, cool little friendly $20 bet.
Okay.
Dude, Tank is going to... Listen, bro. If Ryan gets caught by Tank the same way he got caught by Luke Campbell or whatever the fuck his name is, do you even know who that is?
Bro,
The dude
first
who
of
put
all,
Ryan flat on his fucking back. If Tank hits him like that, that dude's getting carried out on a fucking stretcher.
Ryan made that full... If the fight was done because of a body shot, bro.
It's not Tank Davis, dude.
Bro,
Why is everybody sleeping on
Tank Davis is a small child. He don't want this shit with Ryan Garcia. People are sleeping on Ryan Garcia.
Tank Davis is a small child who would absolutely flatline any one of us with a punch.
I'm not a boxer. I would not fight him. I have a brain. What I'm saying is Ryan Garcia is more of a dog than people give him because the whole social media shit. His shit hurts. He throwing them things.
He's fast.
And he's quick.
Ryan's good. He's fast. I think people are just underestimating Tank's power.
So, Mike, I'm with you on the Tank Davis. I think I got him too because he hits like an absolute
Fucking
truck,
Mack
dude.
truck, dude.
So I think if he catches Ryan, it's not going to be good. I also saw this little stat that, Ryan Garcia cannot weigh more than 146 on the night of the fight. So they weigh in at 136.
So they had a rehydration thing in there?
Right. So this is like some type of clause that it comes with boxing, right? Just boxing, not UFC. He cannot weigh more than 10 pounds from the weigh-in,
So they weigh in
limit,
at what?
right? So they weigh in at 136. He can't weigh more than 146, which is weird because I thought that Tank was the bigger guy, even though he's short. I know he's shorter, but I thought he was stockier,
I think
right? So I thought he cut more weight than
If
Ryan.
I'm not mistaken, Tank's moving up.
Bro, Tank
in weight
doesn't-
class.
Tank doesn't have him in anything. Reach, nothing. Ryan Garcia has him by a long shot in reach, weight, height. Yeah.
That doesn't always mean anything, though, dude.
No,
Mike Tyson was a 5'10" heavyweight that knocked out everybody.
I agree. But I think Ryan Garcia is much smarter than people are led on to believe.
He has a good IQ. I'm not saying he's a very intelligent boxer. But as the great Mike Tyson once said, everybody has a game plan until you get punched in the fucking mouth. Bro, I think Ryan's going to taste a little bit of Tank's power, and it's going to be a little bit of like, oh,
But
shit.
to assume that
I'm not
Ryan
gonna say that he's
Garcia has
gonna
never
fold.
been fucking knocked is crazy.
I'm not saying that he is, but Tank is a different kind of... What's Tank's fucking win versus knockout percentage? Just look up his record. Tank hits like a fucking truck, dude.
Ryan Garcia's got the same record.
I don't think he has as many knockouts as Tank.
Somebody's O has got to go.
Yeah, you're right.
They're both undefeated.
Here's my thing. It's going to be a good fight regardless.
Yeah.
Right? Going to be a great fight. But the way I just saw Ryan Garcia knock, I guess, TKO Luke Campbell was nasty, bro. You saw his shit move out the
The
backside.
body shot was nasty, bro.
Like that look.
Ryan's thing is his speed, bro. He punches so fucking fast that you can't see that shit coming.
So Tank Davis is undefeated, 28-0, 26 knockouts. I'll look up Garcia's right now.
He's coming one-sided to help your argument. That's fucking...
28 wins, 26 knockouts, bro.
How about you eat my
Only
ass?
2 people have made it to decision. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Okay, we'll see.
Goddamn, Sean. But
It just says 23 bouts, 82% KOs. So hold on, let me get you an actual number.
What is this?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Who's our
I don't want to do
statistician?
math.
Who's our statistician over here? Andres has already got it on his phone. He's like, I'm watching the fight right now.
Oh shit. That's gonna be a good fight though. That's on what, April 22nd?
22nd, yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. Oh, and then on April 8th, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that, we have Israel Adesanya and Alex
Oh,
Pereira's
yeah.
rematch.
Number 3. Technically.
Number 4.
Oh, it
They
is 4
fought
because the
two-time in
kickboxing, huh? Yeah.
2 times in kickboxing, once in the UFC.
Yeah.
This will be their
Yeah.
4th fight. 0-3 against Alex.
Yeah. It's tough.
No, Alex dude, he's a big motherfucker, dude. So that's the thing with UFC. They don't have that like rehydration clause where you can't weigh a certain weight. I saw some shit that he's walking around at like 238.
To be fair, I think Adesanya had
was winning the whole
the
fight.
last fight.
But even when he
was
watched
fucking-
I watched some of the highlights from the Glory kickboxing fights, and
he got whooped there.
No, the one where he got knocked out, it was like the same thing. Like Izzy was. Go ahead.
Sorry, I finally pulled it up. He's undefeated 23-0, 19 knockouts.
Okay.
Same shit.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
We'll see. We got to bet. You want some too, Sean?
Listen-
I'll put 10 on it. What's up?
That's a bet. Reach over here.
Andres, you want this too?
Who are you?
I got Ryan Garcia. You're Mexican.
Oh, you guys are both
Yeah.
fucking clowns. You guys are fucking clowns. But I'm excited about that fight. That'll be a good one. But so Izzy and Alex Pereira, Izzy lost one fight in decision, which was somewhat close, but Alex was winning that one. The second fight in kickboxing that Izzy got knocked out, he was winning that fight. It was very similar to the first UFC fight. He was winning.
It was
and
a
then got
wild
tagged.
kick, huh?
It was,
I think
he got kicked in the head.
Yeah, I think I
But
saw
Alex,
highlights.
dude, that dude hit so fucking hard because you saw the size differential between them when they were in the ring. Alex looked huge.
But do we count that shit? Is it sanctioned? Like who? What?
do you mean?
The kickboxing fights? Like where was that even at?
Nah, that shit still counts, bro. There's some dogs in Glory Kickboxing.
I mean, it was probably held in Japan
Exactly.
or whatever, but still, no, it
But
still
it's
counts.
I
still
count that.
Glory Kickboxing is a big organization. Like, you still got to give them their credit. But I would like to say that Izzy has this one. But champs that get in it, that's why I bet against Kamaru Usman in the Leon fight. Champs that get an immediate rematch for their belt are like 3-12.
I got 20 on Izzy.
Like, see, I want Izzy to win though. I'm decided on that
Okay.
one. We'll
What's
bring
up,
that-
Sean?
we'll-
You want some?
We'll bring that. We'll bring that one back later.
Okay.
I truly think that Izzy's the better fighter. He's just met his match with this guy, dude. Like, I mean, he was whooping his ass the entire fight
Got tagged.
and got tagged.
And
Or, sorry to get his ass whooped like the very last couple minutes of the fight.
Yeah.
right?
And he just couldn't tie up and clinch long enough to survive.
as much as I love betting, because a part of me wants to take Pereira for this. I'm like, I think Izzy's gonna win, so I don't want to bet.
Fighting's a hard one to bet on too, because fighting's just like it could be a fucking landslide favorite in one direction. And it takes one punch,
Yeah,
dude.
it could
It
be
takes
quick.
one punch. It's just not. I don't know, like the first Leon Edwards, or not the first, the second Leon Edwards Kamaru Usman fight where Leon knocked him out with the head kick. Leon was losing that whole fight. He won the first round and was getting dominated the second, third, fourth. And even in the fifth, he looked like he was just kind of coasting to a decision not to get finished.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he wasn't taking over the fight. He was just kind of like moving around, sticking him. And he was setting up that kick, but you thought the whole time it's like, oh, this is just him coasting into a decision loss. Kamaru's going to retain title, and then boom,
yeah,
headshot.
yeah.
The headshot heard around the world, dude. Crazy.
We got some ground to cover though.
Yes.
with some other stuff.
So not a whole lot of football shit to talk about right now, but
Where do you think Zeke's landing? Look, the 3 teams that he named don't want his ass. The Eagles don't want him, Jets don't want him, and the Bengals don't want him.
didn't Brees Hall tweet some
Yeah.
shit after Zeke said he wanted to go there? He said, "Get your old ass out of here."
Yeah, he said we're good. We're cool off that.
Yeah, we're
like
cool on that.
we don't need a third running back who's gonna get all the goal line touchdowns.
Listen, Zeke had those glory years in 2016, 17, 18. I think 16 and 18 he was the rushing leader. But it's been a steady decline since then. What he averaged per carry last year, like 3.6 yards a carry.
Is it 3.6?
It was something low. It was.
It might have
below-
been
was below
4.
4.
Was it below
I thought
4?
it was below
Okay.
4. but I could be wrong on that.
I thought it was 4.
So he said the Eagles, Jets, and Bengals. There's that whole thing with Joe Mixon, right? There's that kind of drama that was popping back up.
Yeah, I think
It doesn't seem like anything's gonna happen.
I think
from
he
that.
beat that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't see.
I mean,
I don't see their. Here's the problem with running backs right now, right? Zeke was scheduled to make like 16 million last year or this year, upcoming year on the Cowboys, but it was non-guaranteed, so they got out of it by releasing him. Running backs aren't getting paid jack shit right now. So is there going to be a team like what? Is Zeke going to be willing to go somewhere and take like a veteran's minimum?
half of that, yeah.
Take a veteran's minimum, be a backup third down back. Is he going to be okay with that? Because I just think once you're like the best, you're that guy in the league, it's hard to take a back seat.
I can see
ego.
him. I can see him behind Mixon because they let go of P. Ryan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
That's right.
I can see him behind Mixon. The Jets don't have a spot for him, and the Eagles already have a 3 running back room, and I think they're going to add 1 more to that, so they don't need a 5-man running back room.
That's very true. That's very true.
I think he lands with somebody like the Cardinals, because the Cardinals have fuck. It's gonna
Was
piss
it
me off.
Connor? Didn't he used to
No,
be the
he's gone, right?
Steelers running back?
Oh, he's still there. So James Conner and fucking who else?
They have like Tyson Williams and then Keontae Ingram. I think
So-
there's some young and up and comers, to be honest. No like big name running backs on the roster.
I think James Conner and Ezekiel Elliott would be a great duo.
That wouldn't be bad. I could see that.
But who knows? Because I know the Cardinals are trying to make some moves. I don't know what their cap space is looking
And
like.
they might be trading DeAndre Hopkins too. They're kind of shopping that around. So there's still a lot of moves that are going to happen in football within the next few weeks.
I feel like no matter what, he's gonna have to take a pay cut, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, bro, nobody's
that's
gonna-
just where he's at in his career. I mean, he's not the Zeke that he used to be coming out of Ohio State. You know, like
I'm
So-
Veterans League minimum, dude. Look at Austin Eckler's shopping around looking at other teams. He's scheduled to make $6.3 million next year,
I was
and there's
just-
not
yeah.
been one team that's hopped up and said they're going to pay him
I was
more.
about to say if Austin Eckler's not getting what
More.
Zeke wants, that's
Yeah,
not
bro,
happening.
Zeke ain't getting that shit.
I mean, like just like you know what we were talking about. I think last week, dude. It's like I think running backs. I think that the NFL is starting to figure out like next man up kind of a thing. Why
It's such a
pay
short
why
shelf
pay a
life,
running
dude.
back whenever it's like that's such a short shelf life, and you're gonna have a stud coming out of college that can do damn near the same
And you're going to be
thing
paying him
for a league
what?
minimum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a rookie contract. And running backs how many running backs have there been ever, let alone recently, that had a good decade-long career?
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy had a long career, right? I don't know if it was 10 years,
Started
but
tailing
it was
off.
a long career though. He
That's
started
true.
bouncing around. Adrian Peterson started bouncing around, but like they had one of like the longer careers that a running back would have.
I saw some shit that said Adrian Peterson hasn't completely ruled out retirement this year. That dude's like got to be what, fucking 37, still trying to play.
Once you get your ass beat in celebrity boxing, you should call it quits.
Oh yeah,
It's over.
No, that was bad.
What else we got?
Let's
keep it
Nelson
pushing.
Aguilar went to the Ravens on a 1-year deal, which
I like Nelson Aguilar. I know
he's not a bad number 2.
even 3 maybe depending on the team. You know what's funny? A funny story about Nelson Aguilar. There was a couple games with the Eagles where he was dropping passes, big passes to win games, like
Oh, yeah,
playoff
yeah, I
games and
remember
stuff,
that.
right? I am friends on Facebook with this guy that was after an Eagles loss, a fire happened in Philadelphia. And in the fire, this mom was dropping babies off of the apartment and he was catching them. They interviewed him and he said, "Yeah, I caught those babies, unlike Aguilar." Bro,
Jesus.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. That's
these
nuts to me.
fucking Eagles fans, dude. You guys are a piece of fucking work.
So-
But since we're on the topic of the Ravens, there was that Lamar Jackson came out. I can't remember, was it a tweet or an Instagram
He
post today?
tweeted, yeah.
Stated that he confirmed that he did in fact request a trade on March 2nd. And then 4 days after the trade, that's when the Ravens came out and franchise tagged him.
Kind of shady.
So, I mean, just with all this, Lamar Jackson's not playing another down for the Ravens.
No,
I don't
yeah.
see any scenario in which he plays.
Neither side is going to agree
Yeah.
to anything.
No, he doesn't want to be there, and I don't think they want him there.
And I think he was on that non-exclusive
Yeah.
franchise tag, so that means he could shop teams and possibly get traded. And he never signed that tag, so until you sign it,
He has, like-
you're still open to get a
There's
trade.
something with the non-exclusive franchise tag to where it's like 5 days from the point that he signs it that he can negotiate with other teams or some shit like that. But so where's Lamar Jackson going? I'm starting to see a lot more like rumors about the Colts.
Maybe Colts. I think Colts actually go with their draft. I think the Commanders.
The Commanders.
I think he goes to the Commanders.
I've not heard anyone say that one. Falcons is a big one people talk about
Yeah.
too.
We got the Colts, the Commanders, Patriots,
I did hear that.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, he ain't going.
Besides
to
the Ravens.
He's
Yeah,
not
those 5 teams.
He's not going to the Dolphins. I did hear the Patriots. I heard the Falcons and the Commanders.
Yeah.
So if I'm a betting man, I think the Commanders have some cap space
Yeah. The Falcons just seem like it would fit.
because
Mike Vick back in the day. What?
he's black.
So that's the thing, though. It's like whatever team he does go to, and I think I agree with Jeff on this one. Like I think it's between the Colts and the Commanders. Out of those 5 teams that are the top landing spots, they're gonna have to revolve their offense around him, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the Ravens did that. They went from Joe Flacco to Lamar.
Yeah.
That's a completely
And
different
so-
offense, right?
And that's got to be hard to. I don't know how much truth this is, but you hear a lot of rumors about top tier wide receivers not wanting to play with Lamar because he's more of a run threat. He's not going to throw for 5,000 yards a season.
That's selfish. I don't think anybody takes that into consideration. But I do think the Commanders are very close to winning culture, more than the Falcons or the Colts, whereas the Commanders can make something happen this year.
Yeah, but the only thing would be the Commanders, from Lamar's perspective, Commanders are still dealing with the Dan Schneider bullshit and the drama of the ownership. And there's a lot of negative light on the Commanders.
Do
right?
you think about that, or do you see Terry McLaurin and Homeboy in the backfield and like we got a shot at?
I think you've got to think about that a little bit. Because Lamar's a young player, he's going to be in the league for years to come. If you're going to go hitch your wagon to somebody else and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to be part of this team, if it's a dysfunctional, crazy, drama-filled organization, are you going to want to be part of that for the foreseeable future?
I mean, they looked fine last year though. They look good.
Surprisingly.
If they got some money, do you not take the bag?
Oh, of course. Yeah, if they're going to go give him the $200 million guaranteed or whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's only 26.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
He's young. There's not a lot of football shit going on. Oh, so Bobby Wagner's back to Seattle on a 1-year deal.
Not surprised. to
I
be
think
honest.
he'll probably retire as Seahawk, right? I'd assume he'd finish out 1 year and call
Yeah.
it quits.
Yeah. I don't see much more of a career after this. What else does he have to
He's
prove?
had a great career.
Yeah.
And he's been around for a while, too.
He's a dog.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, there's not a whole lot of sports shit to talk about right now, dude.
Lane Johnson signed.
Oh, yeah.
Which
The
is-
Eagles, that was big.
I mean, that's such a big pick. Like, as much as he's not talked about as much as other players on the Eagles, he has not let up a sack in 2 years, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
And I know people bitch and complain about how quick he gets off that snap, but you're allowed to move a back leg.
Yeah.
Right when it,
Right when it snapped.
Yeah, so I'm very happy as an Eagles fan that we got Lane Johnson. He's going to retire an Eagle. He's been tweeting
Oh, yeah.
Philadelphia forever.
Yeah.
So he's going to be an Eagle till he retires. We got Terrell Edmonds, which I'm not too sure how I feel. Maybe the Steelers fan has more insight than I do, but
Yeah, I mean, we had Terrell Edmonds for a few years. I think he came out of like West Virginia. To be honest, I think he's very average, dude. I mean, he's not going to make a bunch of mistakes, but he's also not going to make a bunch of big plays. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like a filler. You guys signed him to a 1-year contract for a reason.
I heard he was very run in the mill. You know what's funny? I watched the highlights of the Eagles-Steelers game that we watched together last year. All the A.J. Brown touchdowns, I was kind of trying to find 34. See where he was. He was 34, right?
Yeah, he's 34, but he's also a safety. The guy that A.J. Brown cooked was one of our corners, and I can't even think of his. He's not even on the team anymore.
So he
But
was
yeah, he fucked him up.
he was involved in one of those. So I saw 34 just laying there, and I was like, hey, he got toasted.
got
But I
cooked.
mean, if the Eagles are to believe they have a top 5 wide receiver, most cornerbacks are getting toasted.
Yeah.
Most cornerbacks or safeties are getting toasted.
For sure.
You know. Fuck, dude, are we out of shit already?
Yeah, bro. Not a whole lot to talk about, man.
I mean, I think we're good to wrap it up, to be honest.
Another successful episode. Episode 7.
7, dude. Proud of us.
Thank you again for all you guys that are showing your love and support. We appreciate you.
Thank you to these two motherfuckers.
The two guys
too.
behind the screen.
Yeah, you guys don't see them.
Sean and Andres.
They're putting in work.
You got it, baby.
Sean's a little drunk over here, huh?
And especially for Andreas back there, if it wasn't for him running everything behind the computer, dude, we'd be fucking lost. So,
You want to say anything?
And these Pacificos are flowing,
I
bro.
love the Pacificos. Andres, you got any words? I love you, dude. Yes,
Love you
sir. You want to call it?
that's it.
You got it?
Yep. Thank you again for watching episode 7 of the Bet On Us podcast. We will be back next week.
Deuces.